how should we approach a producer. So that is where we come in with this. Total comes in. It's not Newton, it's this Total who comes in and says that you can actually put the budget, we'll give you the budget, you can take a printout of that, make a which gives a very clear understanding of what you wanted to the producer. Go with a pitch deck, create a detailed thing so that it becomes very easy for the producers to understand what they are getting into, rather than keeping lot of things open-ended. So then you do your homework very well. You go prepared, do it, because you have an answer for everything. And that's where we wanted to help them to come up with this thing. The one thing direction that we are moving towards is like giving this platform free to the filmmakers. That is a thing. So it is where you get to enjoy the so that that is one thing that we wanted to do. Like the budgeting tool has to go as a free thing, the scheduling. So that they can actually get an access to it. They can. It would be the first step, because whenever we always recommend the filmmaker is that when you are approaching the producer, because we have seen, because most of the people whom we meet, and to your question that we like to do, we have a list of directors who would love to work with. So Don is one whom we say we had gone and approached him, saying that Prasanna, he's a great director in Sri Lanka, and also he's an internationally known director. So we were really lucky to work with them. But at the same time, the people who come to us are basically first time filmmakers. So what we see is that they have no clue, like how should we approach a producer. So that is where we come in with this. Total comes in. It's not Newton, it's this Total who comes in and says that you can actually put the budget, we'll give you the budget, you can take a printout of that, make a which gives a very clear understanding of what you wanted to the producer. Go with a pitch deck, create a detailed thing so that it becomes very easy for the producers to understand what they are getting into, rather than keeping lot of things open-ended. So then you do your homework very well. You go prepared, do it, because you have an answer for everything. And that's where we wanted to help them to come up with this thing.
Even though you humbly said that you don't have any intention to bring any revolution in the film industry, but then as I named the conversation, which I did it for fun, like the Newton's law of cinematic revolution. I think there are a lot of things that with this kind of approach and strategy, you're going to bring a kind of revolution, at least in the budget front, to start with, and how how any filmmaker can dream about taking their films to the international film festivals and all. I think there are lot of things that people can learn in the process. So that way, big hats off for that initiative.
Yesterday I was sitting for that master class. So in that master class, so there was this NFDC fund. So he was explaining like how different fund schemes that they have, and how we can utilize as a filmmaker. Like there are those incentive programs when you shoot it in different countries, a co-production market, and all those things. But then for those things you have to actually go and read. It's not easily that information is not easily available. So one thing that we were thinking is that when you actually put in your budget into the system, and when we know the locations, it actually identifies the locations and all those things. When you know that location, we should be able to prompt them that, okay, why don't you try out this, there are these schemes, there are these things. So which in when right at the time the filmmaker can actually go and do their research on those things, because then they are made aware of it, and they can include it in their planning from the initial stage. Go find out, and because those are the things which are available, but only thing, it is not educated. The information is not easily available, and nobody is going to go and read that entire big document to identify what it is. So that is one suggestions that we were giving, like if you can hold classes or some information out on a regular basis, which is very, so then we thought that why don't we integrate it into our system, which we will have to see how we do it. But then since our team is here, they are trying to figure out like whether those aspects can also be brought in into the system, which would be making the life of the filmmakers much easier. Nalori.
Having heard about NFDC, which I mean that's a good decade or no, almost 2 decades back. I don't want to bring that bring that negativity in when there is something, when there is a hope. But then also wanted to hint about this experience, which even KSFDC, all the women filmmakers.
But then at the end, I would say that we need to focus on how do we get it done, because it's very easy to say that it's to give up and say that it's not. There is definitely that thing, and but then how do we make it? Because this is not a one-time thing. We will have to do it every time. So every time when we do it, how can we make it much more easier for ourselves? And that's the learning that we are trying to do. And that is, so when you ask, that's the reason I said it is for ourselves, and then we contribute and we spread it across, then it becomes easier for others too, is what we are trying to do.
Definitely, definitely. So again, sorry for bringing that negativity, because all what I, because this is what accumulates now. When you hear about something, oh, okay, this is a scary place, don't go there. So
That's the reality.
it's
Because when we go into certain associations, they say, see, this is not very easy, you will not get things, they don't like a certain way, they don't agree with certain things. I said, okay, that's fine, but then let's try it out. Maybe the things that you get it in 2 days, I might have to get it in, I might take 1 month to get it done. But then it is worth the try, because next time I just need 1 day to get it done. So that 1 month of investing to get it done is much more worth, because then I'm making my life easier and they understand where I come from. And that is an effort that I'm ready to put.
that's the spirit. In fact, yeah, very very inspiring. Usually, I call this series of conversations that inspire, because that's what makes me feel like listening to others, because it's quite inspirational. It's because we love film, like in that era where we started loving this medium, which was very still it is like it's very that way I see a lot of promising things happening. So wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. It was a pleasure talking to you.